Hello YouTube, Jeremy Martin 72 here, and I'm going to show you how to do the settings on Fire HD8. Fire HD8 works off of FireOS 6.3. FireOS is Fire operating system. It's based on the Android open source 6.3. So to open up your settings, you can either drag down from the top, hit the gear in the top right hand corner, or you can go into your app tray and home and hit the settings gear. And we're going to start from the top left to the bottom right, and right off the bat we're going to go to the top right hand corner and hit the magnifying glass. And if you're looking for anything specific, you want to type it in here, and it's a quick search. Alright, internet. Wi-Fi is hooked up to my slow speed internet. It has your data usage here. And you can choose network restrictions. Airplane mode turns off any kind of signal sent and received from your tablet. Connected devices, Bluetooth is turned off. When you turn this thing on, it will search. Amazon devices do not like Google devices. USB is not connected, but I do currently have my brand new blue microphone plugged in through the USB, and it sounds a heck of a lot better than the built-in microphone on this Fire HD tablet. Printing. Google and Android has their cloud printing. Amazon has the Mopria print service. And it's going to sit there and search for printers. And I got mine turned off, so it ain't going to find it. Next is apps and notification. Alright, apps. Manage all apps. And this will bring up a master list of all the applications on your tablet. And it takes a while to pull it up here. Alright, in the top right hand corner is 3 dots. Every time you see that and you don't know where you're at, you want to click on it, and this gives you some sub options here. Okay, so right now these are just regular apps here, and if you hit the show system apps, you're gonna see applications that help with the operating system and camera and things that the developers work on. So unless you're a developer, I suggest you go to hide system apps, and I'm not even going to touch that reset app preference there. Okay, so you want to get into detail with Amazon Photos, you click on it. Well, there it goes. And sorry. And you can force stop it, and there's all kinds of things that you can turn on and off, and permissions for your stuff. If you want Amazon Photos to have permissions for your phone and contacts, this is how you turn them on and off. Data usage, and this is where you can go in to set things to open by default. Like if you have an Instagram app and you hit an Instagram URL, you can go in here and make it to where it opens up in the app instead of open up into Silk browser. And you can get the versions of the apps themselves and how much memory they're using. It's a lot of good stuff in here if you want to specifically tweak a specific app. And let's go back. Amazon apps. Amazon Game Circle. Share your Game Circle nickname. I don't do the Game Circle or the Whisper Sync. Amazon Photos. I'll just go back. Come on, go back. Oh, but here you can in here you can put your avatar in there, and you can manage your storage plans and auto save and family vault, and image recognition is nice. Show hidden photos and videos on this device. Ooh, I'm turning that on. Legal and app version. App Store, if you want to get into like messing around with the purchasing options and updates and notifications and all that other stuff. Like if you want external market links to ask before they open, or if you want them to just take over your browser, this is where you're going to go at. Email contacts and calendar settings is where you can do all. This is for, you can also go into your email and contacts and calendars and do this as well. And that's for another video. Audible settings, home screens. You got recommendations. Amazon will display recommended based on items you purchased. Show new items on the home page. Paginated scrolling. The home page displays all of your installed apps, and swiping vertically will scroll them by. That's old school Fire tablet right there. The carousel is what they called it. Map settings. Here's your music settings, Prime Video settings on how you want your tablet to handle the Prime videos, such as streamed and download, whether you want to do it on Wi-Fi or not, parental controls, register your devices. I mean, you can go pages and pages deep on this. And you know, you get your versions and clear your, if you want to clear your video search history out and all that other stuff, this is where you want to go. And you also got some new icons in the bottom: home, store, channel, search, my stuff. Alright, reader settings, Silk browser. I have already done a video on how to Silk browser on my YouTube channel. So all of that's been shown already. Special offers, weather. These are good things you want to go into. App permissions. If this is a kid's tablet, you want to go in there. Like, for example, if you're getting paranoid that you think an app is listening in on you, you're going to want to go into app permissions and hit the microphone option and find out which apps actually have access to your microphone. In this situation, it's my camera, and it's RecMe, which is the program I'm using to make this video right now, and special offers will listen to me. And what has access to SMS? SMS is text messages on your phones. Storage, what has access to your contacts or your calendar and all that other stuff. Default apps. Okay, so if you sideload a new browser, say you sideload Chrome, you can go in here and you click on this, and because I only have one browser, it's going to just show the Silk browser. But if you got another sideloaded browser, it's going to show up underneath the Silk browser, and you can just go ahead and highlight that one, and Silk browser will go gray. And whenever you do any kind of browser searches, it will go to the default one. Alright, and this is which ones? Open links and apps, even if they're not installed. See, these are quick choices here. Save you time and effort. Special app access. Device admin apps. There's your parental control application, your show mode. Do not disturb access. There's no apps have requested. Good stuff to go. Unrestricted data access. See, now if you really like an app and you want to give it unrestricted data, they can put whatever they want in your data. You want to come in here and click on that. You really like Audible and you want it to have unrestricted data access, that's where you do it. Usage access. You can turn the App Store and free time on and off in here. VR. VR, it should be virtual reality. App notifications. If applications are driving you up the wall, like if you got Instagram and it just won't shut up, well, you want to come in here and this is where you can turn it off. On the lock screen, you want your information to show. I like to hide my sensitive notification content. And collapse notifications icons at the top of your screen into a single icon. So instead of just being cards, it'll be a whole bunch of cards. It'll be one card with a whole bunch of information in it. Battery. Alright, and it will tell you what your battery is at. And whenever you touch on something like that and it glows but it doesn't open up anything, don't keep tapping on it. These are like developer options that it can open up and stuff like that. So if you're not into developing or anything and you want to keep your tablet in safe mode and normal mode, then don't sit there and click on stuff like that. There's other places in the settings that I'll show you where you can do stuff like that. And if you are interested in doing development and stuff like that, there's plenty of places online. You want to go and join up with the Fire community, the Fire developers community. Low power mode, and, you know, I mean, a lot of this stuff, it describes what's already up there, right? So you can even schedule smart suspension on battery consumption, turn off wireless connectivity during scheduled times, and you even get advanced settings here. Enable auto brightness, right? And auto brightness is usually they're using the camera that's built into the tablet to measure how much brightness is in the room that you're in, or whether you're outside or not, and it determines how much brightness your screen needs to have. Wireless settings, you can disable Wi-Fi and Bluetooth and all that to preserve your battery life. And a lot of these links, there's a lot of repetition. I'll click on something and it'll take us to a page we've already been there 3 times. Okay, Alexa. I don't do Alexa. I do the Google Assistant. And these are ways of giving Alexa permission. Block search and no longer use photos, show mode back, movie trailers, and also this has to do with the home stuff. Hands-free mode, screen lock access, wake word, and communications. Hands-free mode, talk to Alexa without pressing the home button. That stuff is nice. I do that stuff with Google. Manage calling, messaging, drop in and announcements, and it's going to bring you right into Alexa, which I don't want to get into. That is for another video. Come on, let's get out of there. Oh my goodness. Go away. Alright, where was I? I was in this Alexa thing right here. And anyways, you know, if you really like Alexa, you want to sit there and go through that, because that's how you're going to tweak a better communication method with Alexa. And you can tell it without having to talk to it, just throw a couple switches and change stuff around. And of course, the show mode also has a lot to do with Alexa and accessibility and stuff like that. There's a lot of fun stuff in here, right? Because you could choose your home screen background. Me personally, on my Pixel phone, I like running my photos coming from Google Cloud, and you can do that with your Amazon Cloud. And you got home content here. You can rotate your home cards, active devices when your Echo devices are active. You got calendar events that can show up. Discover more with Alexa. Drop in final scores from your favorite teams, news, headlines, notifications, for alerts from skills and other Alexa services. And like, if you don't want to get into development, but you want to mess around with making some skills for Alexa, there's all kinds of different ways you can get a little bit deeper into the Fire tablet world and the Amazon ecosystem. Photo highlights, from this day on Amazon photos, popular recipes, reminders, shared with you skills, your recently used skills and other top skills across Alexa if you're all into that ecosystem, and stocks, trending topics, upcoming games, weather alerts, weather forecasts. This thing is awesome for the price that you pay for it. And I like the fact that the pricing, don't let anybody shame you about your Amazon tablet. This price for this tablet puts a tablet in a reach of a lot more people. Not everybody can afford buying the Google Pixel book like I do. Not everybody can shell out $1,000, right? My Fire HD8 only cost me like $60, $70, right? Accessibility. If you have, accessibility is another word for handicap in these tablets. Alexa captioning. And here's how you do your captioning, and it gives you a preview on it. And you can pick your size of the size of your text, the color of your text, the text opacity, right? And opacity means if it's transparent like a ghost, right? Or you can make it solid. Edge style, fonts, calling and messaging without speech. There's a lot. Yeah. If you got some handicaps, and I know some people don't mind that word, and some people do, but accessibility is nice to have, especially for the price you paid for this tablet. There's a lot of cool stuff and options that you have in it. And of course, if you need help with the show mode, it's all in here, and it'll walk you through on how to do your Alexa. You can talk to your Alexa to work the show mode and all that other stuff. I don't really mess with it. I do the Google Assistant thing. You got your Alexa settings there, and hand freeze mode and all that other stuff. And device options, web videos, and if you want to clear your cache and cookies for your web videos, this is where you want to go. Show mode. We already did that. Sorry about that. We're going into display now. Brightness, self-explanatory. Adaptive brightness. Optimize brightness level for available light. Okay, so available light means that they are using the built-in camera to measure the amount of light and wherever you're at, whether you're inside or outside, and it will adjust the display brightness to compensate. And wallpaper, you can choose your wallpapers. For your wallpapers is on your home screen. Blue shade, when you're reading at night, you can set your blue shade, so you can be able to go to sleep a lot easier. For anybody who's ever been affected by it, I've been affected by it before, and it's not fun. You're trying to go to sleep and you just can't do it. Automatic activation. Set a schedule to automatically activate the blue shade, which is really nice. You can set it for sunset to sunrise, but since I'm doing the video, I'm going to turn it off. Let's see. Advanced. Sleep after 30 minutes of activity. Auto rotate the screen. And font size. Okay, so if you're having a problem reading, you don't want to sit there and tweak little things here and there. You want to come in here and you want to tweak. When you tweak this is device wide. Everything in there. All of your apps should also work off of this as well. So if you want to get as much information into the screen as possible, you want to go down to small. Right, and it gives you plenty of room for other stuff. I prefer default right now, and probably 10 years from now, I will be going to large. And for those who really can't see a damn thing, are doing the largest. And we're done with display. We're going to go into sound. Media volume, alarm volume, notification volume. All right. Some third-party application developers are really not that good at developing stuff, and they'll make mistakes. All right, so if you got your tablet hooked up to the Bluetooth system in your car stereo, and it does an alarm, right? It alerts you for something, like it's giving you a notification, and it's at ear bleed level, does not mean that turning down the alarm volume in this area is going to affect that certain application. They might have their sound going on the media volume. And even Google apps, some of the Android third-party developers will make mistakes like this. But this is normally 9 times out of 10, this stuff's pretty accurate. So media is your music and your videos, and alarm volumes are obviously for the built-in alarms in your tab, and if you got like a stopwatch application or something like that, it's going to be in the alarms, and notifications are going to be all the little ding 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 dings, things that come up when you get prompted. All these definitions for the different kinds of volumes are a little vague, and you notice how they kind of blend in together. They bleed over the border lines between the definitions. Do not disturb preferences. No automatic rules turned on. So this is where you really tweak your do not disturb. It goes down to weeklies and events and all that other stuff. And it is hooked up to your calendar. Default alarm sound. Here's where you can. I don't know if you can hear them. I can't hear them. Advanced. All right, screen locking sound. Yes, charging sounds. Yes, they're not that loud, and they're rather enjoyable. But to be honest with you, touch sound can get aggravating, so I leave mine off. All right. Where were we? We were doing sound. Okay, let's go into storage. Come on, open up. Okay, one tap archive really comes in handy. So if you have an issue with your tablet and you have to factory reset it, it is important that you have an image stored and archived. So when you reset your tablet, all you have to do is download that archive, and usually you will be prompted once you put in all of your security credentials into your tablet when you start it over again. They'll say, do you want to download your backup? And you say, not just yes, but hell yes. Internal storage, I have 6 gigabytes free out of 10 gigabytes. Move data to internal storage. Gives you options. Yes, you also have an SD card option in here. And I got a 32 gigabyte one in there. And, move apps to SD is not going to happen because I've already got it set up. So it's done. Format as portable storage. Now, the way it is, you have 2 options on an SD card. You can either have it formatted as portable storage, or you can have it encrypted. You cannot store applications on the SD if it is formatted for portable storage because of copyright issues, security issues, and other issues. They're not going to let you and piracy issues. They're not going to let you download an application and put it on the SD card and walk off with it, right? It's got a lot of legal stuff involved in it. So if you have it formatted for portable storage, you're going to only have your videos and your documents and your pictures and all that other stuff. You're not going to have anything from applications. So if you want to have an SD card that has videos and pictures and stuff like that, it's not going to have your Prime videos on it. If you want to take that SD card and go back and forth between devices with pictures and videos, you want to leave it as portable storage. Me personally, I have it encrypted so that I can store everything in it. It's like adding more internal storage to your awesome Fire HD. I think that was all of that. Okay. Security and privacy. If you are a privacy nut, you want to pay attention here. Lock screen. When hands-free Alexa is enabled, you have a PIN password set. You will still be able to access limited Alexa stuff. This is all the heavy, deep tweaks on how you want Alexa to be able to work, but still have your security set up. Lock screen passcode. I always use a complicated and huge PIN. I do not use, and I suggest for you to not use the last 4 digits of your social security number. Don't use your cell phone number. Don't use your birthday number. Don't use numbers and names and stuff like that people can easily guess. And you can change passcode in here. Automatically lock. When my thing goes to sleep, I want it to lock. When I push my power button, I want it to lock. I don't want somebody to just be able to come up and get my stuff and go through my credentials and go on to Amazon and buy something for themselves on my credit. Location-based services. Share your approximate location using Wi-Fi with third-party apps and websites. And that is important, and it's cool that they allowed you to do that. Apps from unknown sources. Okay, this is where you sideload apps. So you turn this on and you will be prompted, and Amazon tablet will warn you that you're taking your own risks and you really shouldn't do it. And once you get that prompt out of the way, you can go online and pull down APKs. And if you prefer Chrome browser, this is how you do it. But you're not going to like it because I've already done it more than once. And it's real quick and easy to do. But it's not the same. If you browse on Chrome without being logged in for your credentials, you will love the Chrome browser. If you like being logged in so you can get the full potential of Chrome and Google, you are not going to like side-loading the APK Android package from unknown sources here. So I just leave mine turned off for now. Credential storages, this is like VPNs and stuff like that. Now you're getting into administration, encryption stuff, and like development stuff here. Device use, encrypt the internal storage of your Fire. This is, I suggest not messing with this unless you know what you're doing. Device usage, we use data about your use and your ability to use features and all that other stuff. That's basically, Google does the same thing, and if you send it back you'll help us help other people, right? And collect app usage data. And your advertising ID. I don't even know why I pulled that up. Where was I? Oh yeah, my account. And this is where you can deregister your device. Also, you can go online to your Amazon.com profile and you can just do a search in your profile for deregister or registered devices, and they'll show up in there. Amazon can manage your account information and payment options here. This stuff will open up right into Amazon.com Prime. Same with Prime setting and social networks. You can connect your social networks from here as well. I don't do Goodreads. Profiles and family library. Profiles allow each member of your family to have a personal experience on this. I do believe it's 4 kids, 2 adults. Yep. Yeah, 2 adults can collectively manage content and services for themselves, and up to 4 kids. That's twice as many as I had. Add a second adult profile. You can add a second adult profile. Add a child profile. And then the very bottom is something I've already done a video on. If you want to If you change your name here, this is global. It changes on all your devices, and it changes on your Amazon account and all that other stuff. So don't take changing your name on here lightly. Also, you touch on your avatar, and you can pick one of these colorful little generic avatars, or you can choose a photo. You can take a photo with the built-in camera, but I've already done a YouTube video on that. So we're moving on. That was the rest of that, right? Yeah, that was the rest of it. All right, accessibility. And we've already been through this. Color correction is for people who have color seeing problems. Closed caption and preference, we've already been in there. Convert stereo to mono. Magnification, enable the use of gestures to magnify the screen. That comes in handy if you don't have your reading glasses or something like that. Device options, you can change your device's name here. And this is also global. Goofballs Fire HD. Keyboard language. I've already done a video on Fire keyboard, so go check that out if you want to look into that. Date and time. I just go ahead and type in my time zone. Battery. I think we've already been through that too. And find your tablet remotely is nice, especially if it's a kid's tablet. You're going to want this on. Backup and restore. Backup your Fire, including device settings and all that other stuff. You're going to want that on. Save Wi-Fi passwords to Amazon. That comes in handy. System updates. Now, anything that is open source Android, they update in the background. But if you want to speed it up, you come over here and you push the update button. I've already got an update downloaded. I just haven't had it installed yet, and I will install it when I'm done with this video. Reset the factory defaults. Don't mess with that unless you mean it. About Fire tablet is the device model is Fire HD8 8th generation, and if you tap on the serial number and especially the build number, you will, if you tap on it a certain amount of times, you will open up the developing channel on this tablet, and I suggest not doing that unless you know what you're doing. And there is a huge development community online, so if you're interested in it, go hook up with them. And also, you got your sync device will sync your device to your Amazon cloud, and it's very, very user friendly and quick. One button sync is nice. Help, they got like their own built-in encyclopedia, and they got like videos in here and everything. And I think it's funny that I'm doing a help video on how to open up the help options in the settings. So lots of options here. There you go. I'm doing a help video on help videos. See, that's pretty cool, right? See? So there's more options right in there. I'm sure they get a little bit more in depth than I am. All kinds of ways to help you. And as always, if you're a little confused, because there's a lot of information here. Up in the top right hand corner, you see that magnifying glass? Click on it and type into it and ask it a question as if it were a human being. And if it doesn't pull up what you want, then try to find a better way to word your question, your search parameters. Legal and compliance. I'm not even going to go through any of this stuff here. This is all legal stuff and compliance stuff. If you're a lawyer and you're interested in that stuff, go check it out. I'm not. I'm a musician and an electrician, not a lawyer. All right. And that is it, my brothers and sisters. Do not let anybody talk down to you or joke you out for having an Amazon tablet. These things are nice and they're priced well, and they're priced to where a lot of people can have tablets where they normally wouldn't have one. Take care of number one, don't step in number two. And normally I say Google on at the end of the video, but in this situation I guess I would be like, Amazon on? Oh, no, Fire on. Later.